Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. So happy to be meeting for Kathajyoti Friday evening story time. Very nice to see you all. So let us start with the Guru prayer. Salutations to the Guru. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Akhandamandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So, let us offer our salutations to our Sadguru Shri Prabhuji and start today's story session. So, as you all know, today we will listen to the stories of Panchatantra. Okay, I'm sure most of you have the comic books, you have heard the stories, isn't it? But still, let us listen again and see what we can learn from these stories. Okay. But before that, we'll see the background of this whole Panchatantra story. Who wrote it, when it was written, all that we need to know to give a nice background. So the Panchatantra, it's a series, it's a collection of stories, as you all know. And these stories are very unique, that is, they're very special because the stories, the morals are given through through animals, mostly. Animals, that is, I think, is one of the oldest collection of Indian stories ever found, and where animals are used to tell us, give us morals. Okay. So this Panchatantra was written by a Pandit or a scholar called Vishnu Sharma. Vishnu Sharma. And when was it written? 200 BC, meaning 200 years before Christ. Meaning now we are in year 2022, right? So 2022 years plus 200 years before that. That means 2022 plus 200 means 2 years ago. 2222 years ago, these stories were written. So beautiful, no? So long ago. And we still are listening to these stories. That means they are so important even for today. What had been written so long ago is very, very important to us even today. And they make sense. It's important to listen because they are like the Vedas, you know. We listen to the Vedas and the Upanishads. They've got all the truths always. Those truths are forever. Like that, whatever Vishnu Sharma has written in these stories, those truths are also forever, irrespective of where we live, when time. Whether it was 2000 years ago or now, it is the same thing we all need to learn. Just imagine. So this Vishnu Sharma, he compiled, there are some 80 plus stories in this collection of Panchatantra. And Pancha means 5, right? Pancha means 5. Those who know Sanskrit, Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Pancha, isn't it? So Pancha means 5. Tantra means a methodology or a formula, okay, or an advice. So in this book, Vishnu Sharma gives 5, he has divided the book into 5 parts, and he gives 5 kinds of advice for people to live their life happily and peacefully. So in each part, there are several stories. So before that, how has the Vishnu Sharma framed the entire book is a very lovely story. He starts with a lovely story, and through that story, he gives us more stories. This is the unique thing about this Panchatantra. Okay, story within story within story within story. It is actually, you can go on telling these stories. You can, like a serial, you can go on like telling these stories. So what Vishnu Sharma does is, he tells us the story of a king. There was a king in a kingdom called Mailaropanam Okay. Mailaropana was the name of the kingdom. And the king's name was Amara Shakti. The king's name was Amara Shakti. He was a very wise king. He was a very wise king. He was a kind and compassionate ruler. And all his praja, that is his citizens, they all loved him. And this king had got three sons. Three sons. This king was Amara Shakti. And the three sons, the first son was called, what was his name? Ugra Shakti. Ugra Shakti. Ugra, what is the meaning of Ugra? Ugra means wild, no? Ugra means, fierce. Ugra Shakti. The other son was called Bahu Shakti. What is Bahu? Bahu means Bujabala, Bahubala. So one fellow was Ugra Shakti, this fellow was Bahu Shakti, another fellow was called Ananta Shakti. Ananta means unending. Ananta, he was very, very powerful. So these were the names of the princes, three princes. But unfortunately, they were very duds, stupid people they were. Their names were all very fine. They had wonderful names. But in actuality, they didn't have brains at all. The king was very, very disappointed with the princes. What will happen to my kingdom? My children are so useless. They don't know ABC, nothing they don't know. What shall I do? What will my praja do? What my citizens do after I pass away? Who will take care of my kingdom? He was very upset. So one day he called his ministers and told them, look, as you all know, my three sons are all duds. They did not attend Kathajyoti classes. No? People who attend Kathajyoti classes, we know a lot of things, but those three princes, they didn't attend, so they didn't know anything. So the minister, the king told the ministers, please give me some, advice. How shall I make these my princes become very smart? That too in a very short time, because they're all grown up. When will they start learning? When will they understand? What will happen to my kingdom? He was very upset. So one minister said, Maharaja, it is not so easy to gain knowledge. What do you think? It's a lifelong learning process. You have to start from nursery school, then you have to come to middle school, high school, college, then PhD, then only you will get brains. It is not so easy, so fast. How can stupid people can become smart? So the minister said, very logical, no? In one day you cannot become brilliant, no. He was correct only. But the king was even more upset. Arey Rama, what shall I do with my princes? Then another minister was very smart. He said, my dear Maharaja, don't be upset. Okay, I know life is very, very, one lifetime is very short to get a lot of knowledge. Yes, correct. But however, whatever little time we have, we should not waste. We should try to get as much, knowledge as possible. And I know just the scholar. I know the scholar who can help us with this. He's a scholar. His name is Vishnu Sharma, and he tells wonderful stories. So you send your children to Vishnu Sharma. Definitely, he will make the stupid princesses, very intelligent persons in a very short time. So the king was very happy, and he summoned Vishnu Sharma to his palace and said, my dear sir, please do something and make my stupid princesses brilliant people. At least not brilliant, give them some brains at least. Okay, at least how to run the kingdom. Those things they should know, being princesses. So Vishnu Sharma said, Maharaja, your wish is my command. I will definitely take up this challenge. Within 6 months, I will ensure that our king, our princess will become wise princesses. So he takes the challenge and says, you have to send them to my ashrama. They have to live with me and they will become wise. So this is the setting of the whole Panchatantra stories. Okay. So what Vishnu Sharma does is, he has got 3 students, 3 stupid students, and he has to make them wise. That is the challenge. So he divides the stories into 5 parts. Now I will tell you the names of the parts and let us see if you can remember. The first part of the story, the first book, actually it is called the 5 books of Panchatantra. The first book is called Mitra Bheda. Mitra Bheda. Mitra means friend. Bheda means differences of opinion. Okay, conflict. You understand that word? Conflict, difference of opinion. Your friend says, I like apple, and you say, I like mango. There you have a difference of opinion. Because of that difference of opinion, sometimes it becomes a big fight. I want to see this channel. Then the friend says, no, I want to see some other channel on TV. Fight. If you are not wise, stupid friends will get into a fight like that, and they will lose their friendship. So in the first book called Mitra Bheda, Vishnu Sharma gives tips on how to be a good friend and how bad people can create a conflict between, will break up the friendship of 2 friends. So this is very important for kings, isn't it? Because the king is always surrounded by his ministers, and everybody is looking at the king with jealousy. And everyone is plotting, not everyone, but most of them are plotting to remove the king and put someone. See now what is happening in Russia. I don't know, your parents must be watching TV and all. The bigger fellow is always trying to take away the power of the smaller fellow, isn't it? Like that, you can create a conflict. The powerful fellow will create a conflict and divide and rule policy, So all this how to avoid. In this first book, Vishnu Sharma teaches the princess. It is called Mitra Bheda. And the second book is called Mitra Labha. Okay, how to make friends, how to make good friends, how friends can actually help you to become, strong. That is the theme of the second book. And in the first book, in the Mitra Bheda, 2 jackals are there. Jackals are very cunning. Fox, jackals, they're very cunning. So there are 2 jackals, Karataka and Damanaka. Through them, Vishnu Sharma tells the stories, because they're always finding, ways to disturb the peace of the jungle. The lion is the king, and they keep on filling the lion with, bad words, so that there is always some conflict in the jungle. So Mitra Bheda is about 2 jackals, but Mitra Labha tells us about how 4 different kind of people can become good friends. So that the king should also know how to make friends with, how to have different people in your friend circle to become strong. So in our life also, we should have different kind of people. See, we all make friends with people who are more like us. That is fine. But it is important to make friends with people who are a little different also, because you'll get a lot of different ideas. So in this second book called Mitra Labha, there are 4 friends. Very, very cute. You have seen this Madagascar movie, how a lion, a zebra, and a rhino. Have you seen this Madagascar movie, cartoon movie? In that, there are 4 animal friends like this. Maybe they got the idea from this Panchatantra only. And so in this Mitra Labha, there are 4 friends, a crow. And what is the other fellow? A crow and a mouse and a turtle and a deer. These are the 4 friends. They are so different. Just imagine, a crow is a bird, and it lives in the, it's a airborne, right? It sits on the tree and it flies in the sky. A crow, a bird. The second one is a mouse. A mouse is an underground. It burrows holes and it stays under the ground. So it's a mouse, a crow, a mouse, a turtle. A turtle is in water. The turtle is in water. So we have airborne, we have under the ground, we have water, and a deer. A deer is it lives on land. So all these 4 friends, through them, Vishnu Sharma tells us how these people can become friends, how to make friends, how to have strong friendship, how to build strong friendships. That is how a king can be strong. If he is surrounded by friends, he can be very strong. That is why our Prime Minister keeps going to foreign countries to make friends, with our neighbors, isn't it? Like that. And so this is the second book. Then the third book is called Kakolukiyam. Very strange name. Kakolikiyam. Kaka means again crow. Uluka means owl. Okay. The third book is named as Kakolukiyam. It's about why he is using crow and owl is because it shows the difference between good and evil. So in the third book, he talks about good friends, evil friends, and how to identify a good friend, how to identify an evil friend, evil person, and how to avoid going with evil friends, and all these things he will teach the princess in the third book. And then the fourth book is called Labdha Pranasham. That means how, if you're stupid, you can lose whatever you have gained. Like if it could be money, it could be friendship, it could be intelligence. If you don't treasure that knowledge, you can lose it very easily. Again, this is very important in life. If you have made a good friend, it is very important to keep that friendship. You should not upset it. You should always treasure it. Not just friends, everything, relationships, important things in your life, we have to maintain it. That is what he teaches in the fourth book. And the fifth book is Aparikshita Karakam, meaning how to act, how actions which you do without thinking, unthinking action, how it can get you into trouble. That's what he teaches in the fifth book. Aparikshita Karakam. Actions which are very hastily done, without thinking. We should always think before you act. You have heard of that proverb, no? Think before you act. Look before you leap. All these things we have been taught, isn't it? So that is what we learn in the fifth book. So in these 5 things, are around 80 fables. Fables means stories are given by Vishnu Sharma. So we can listen to a few of them. Today, I want to share a very, very, very common, I'm sure it's a very popular story about the monkey and the crocodile. Who has heard the story of the monkey and the crocodile?
Ma'am, I have heard it. Ishan.
Ishan has heard monkey and crocodile. Okay.
We both have heard.
Ma'am, I have heard.
Sahana has heard.
We both.
We both.
Even I have seen.
Anvi, Aditya.
Even I have heard G.
Ma'am, I also know the deer, turtle, crow.
All of you have, all of you know. Okay, good. But there are some people who don't know. So who wants to share? Anybody wants to tell me the story of the crow, of the monkey?
I want to tell. Ma'am, can I say?
Ishan is, who is Ishan? Are you new to the group? I haven't seen you, Ishan.
Yes, ma'am, I'm new.
Okay, let's give Ishan a chance. Okay, shall we, children? Come, Ishan, tell us the story of the monkey and the crocodile.
Yes, ma'am. Once there lived a monkey.
Wait, 1 minute. You will be spotlighted, and so you can recollect your story and tell it for us.
Okay, ma'am.
Satyalat, yes. No, this is Namit, who is yawning. All right. You have to spotlight Ishan Krishna.
Ishan only, no?
No, you have highlighted this one, Namit.
For me, it is showing Ishan.
No. Ishan is... Ishan, put up your hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Hey, come on, you have to put on your video, man. Ah, okay, yes, Ishan, tell us the story of the monkey and the crocodile. But be careful.
Yes.
We have got a panelist of beautiful storytellers, and they are going to challenge you if you, you tell us now. Let us hear. Okay, Ishan, come on, go. Start.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, once there lived a monkey happily on a tree full of mangoes.
Very good.
Once there was a crocodile who had no food, and when it went to search, all the fishes were going out of it. They were escaping. So it got tired and came down of the tree. And when it came down of the tree, it saw the monkey eating one of the mangoes. So it asked the monkey to give a few mangoes so that it can eat and give it to her wife, his wife. The monkey was kind, so it gave him the mangoes, and the crocodile was also kind, so it said thank you and ate few mangoes and gave few to her wife. Her wife was cruel, so she was like, one call the monkey to have lunch. I want his heart. And the crocodile was like, why should I? He gave me the mangoes, right? He's a kind guy. But she was like, his wife was like, no, I want it, or else I'll die. Okay. And then the crocodile had to go to the monkey and invited him to for lunch. So when the crocodile was taking the monkey to his house, he was slowly going down into the water. The monkey asked, why were you going into the water?
Yeah.
It told the situation that his wife was telling all this. Telling that her wife needs.
Yeah.
And then the monkey got to know it, and it told that, oh no, I forgot my heart on the tree. Can you please make me go there, and I'll take my heart to come with you. And then the crocodile did not have the intelligence, so it went with the monkey to the tree once again. And the monkey, when it went into the tree, it jumped and then never came back. It told that, I got to know a monkey cannot live with its heart. So you don't have any intelligence.
Correct. Very good.
That's the story.
Thank you, Ishan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So anybody on the panel, all correct story was told correctly? Yes. Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very correct. Thank you, Ishan. So nice. But now you have to tell what have you learned from the story. Anybody can tell. Yes, Sahana.
Ji, can I tell?
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, I have 3 morals.
3 morals. Okay, great.
The first one is, if anybody speaks very speakly to us, we must know that something fishy is going on.
Superb. Perfectly said.
And then if somebody tries to smart us, we should outsmart them.
Very nice. Correct, Sanvi. Then third one.
And we should always be smart whatever comes.
Whatever comes, be smart and be alert. Isn't it? Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Who else wants to share the learnings?
Can I share?
Yes, please. Yes, Sahana, tell me.
Ma'am, I learned that in any situation you should be smart.
Yes.
And I learned that you should not get fooled.
Not get fooled. Correct.
I want to tell. Purnimaji?
Yes, please tell me. Tell.
Actually, we should always be intelligent and never be afraid of the current situation and act accordingly.
Perfect. You should not lose the presence of mind. Correct. If the monkey had, become worried and, anxious, it wouldn't have had the intelligence to think only. But he kept his cool and he thought of a way out of it. Perfectly said. Very nice.
Purnimaji?
Yes, tell me, Namit. Yeah.
I understood that if
if any situation is, we should be brave, and we should not try to escape. We should face the situation, whatever it is.
Yes, very good. Very nice. So can you, do you have any experience like that in your own lives? Has something, which has given you this kind of, when you had to do this, have you faced it with your friends, this kind of situation?
I don't have an experience like that, but I know one more story of Vivekananda when it happened to him.
Okay, tell us.
Once Vivekananda was going, and a monkey was there in the tree. Then when he couldn't face the monkey and he started running, then the lady told that stop escaping and face the monkey.
Superb. So nice. Very good. Very nice, Namit. You thought of the right example. Very good.
Thank you, Purnimaji.
Thank you. Anybody else wants to share anything about this story or something similar? So, yes, tell me.
Ma'am, it is Ishan only, ma'am. Should I? Can I tell you another story, ma'am?
Or one more story. It's already 8:45, but if it's very short, I don't mind.
Yes, ma'am. It's short. It uses only 1 minute.
Acha. Come on, tell us.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, once there was a pandit and few more people going on a boat. And the pandit had a lot of knowledge of the Vedas and the Upanishads. So the pandit asked a person, have you read these Upanishads? Have you read all the Upanishads? The farmer said, no, I haven't. And then he told, oh no, you have lost half of your life. Half of your life.
Correct.
And the pandit asked another question to the farmer. He asked that, okay, leave it. Have you read the Vedas? The pandit, the farmer said that, no, I haven't. And the pandit said, oh no, you lost another quarter of your life. And then suddenly there was a storm coming. And then all of the people started swimming. The pandit did not know how to swim. He asked everyone's help. But the farmer told that you have lost all of your life. You should at least have some of the social knowledge.
Correct.
Is the moral.
Correct. Very good, Ishan.
Not only Vedas will help you.
Yes, very correct. You should have
I also have something to share from the monkey and the crocodile story.
Yes,
this is also one more moral. That's how friends are parted. Meaning, he was, because the crocodile listened to his evil wife. Meaning, his wife's evil intentions. He was parted from a very good friend who was lending him food every day. And there is an example too. Dhamanaka and Karataka. In that story, when a bull had his forelimb broken, his master actually left him in the forest. He ate the grass and all the other leaves there. And then one day when the lion was drinking water, the cow moved with all his strength, and the lion got afraid and ran away. So because of that, Dhamanaka was there. So he saw that and went to the lion and asked, why were you running away? What's the matter? So the lion told that, don't tell anyone, we might have to move away because there is a very huge beast.
Correct.
So Dhamanaka told that, if you forego a fine feast, we will settle this problem for you. Correct. So the lion said yes. So then the next day, Dhamanaka went to the bull and said that, why are you here? Don't you know the rules of the forest? You
Mm.
have to fall before the imperial feet of the king.
Abba.
Then the bull immediately went to the king and he said that he had came to pay homage. So the lion accepted him as a guest in the forest.
Correct.
Then
Pramukh,
one day
Pramukh, this will go on and on. Full Panchatantra goes like this only, isn't it? Karataka, Damanaka, they go on weaving stories after stories. So what we'll do is, next session, we'll tell more stories. I'll let you children only tell stories, okay? What we'll do is, I'll pick 3 stories and all of you will get a chance to tell. Huh? So all of you know so many stories of Panchatantra. Fantastic, yeah. Very good. You have in your textbooks or did you read by yourself or what?
Panchatantra book.
I read in Panchatantra book. I have Panchatantra book. Mom, I have Panchatantra book, but I learned the monkey and the crocodile from my Hindi class.
Hindi class. Okay. Very nice. So from next time, yeah.
Ma'am, I learned all of this in Amachitra Katha, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm reading this.
in the ancient tales and wisdom, that book is there. I read it on Kindle.
Super. I'm so happy. So from next time, we will have a storytelling session of Panchatantra from all the children.
Ma'am, next week I will tell lion and mouse story.
Who are you? Who are you, little boy?
Divich.
Divij.
D-I-V-I-J.
Divig. Okay. So next session, you should not miss. You should come and you should tell us a story. Okay. All right. Okay. Because today it's already in 8:50. We will go today. And we'll have our food. All right. So wonderful children. I'm so happy. All of you know so many stories from the Panchatantra. So I'm very, very interested in hearing these stories from you all. What I'll do is, next story session, I'll pick up 4 stories and we'll pick lots and you can all share. All right? We can all tell stories. Okay?
Can we tell any story we know?
No. Not like that. I will pick the stories of the Panchatantra. Whoever knows that can share. All right. Otherwise, it will become a bit difficult. Okay, Namit. All right. Then that way we can cover all the stories. Okay. Done. So
Purnimaji,
tell me.
And you had told even for children story session, and
Yes.
start when children can also tell stories.
Yes.
When will that start?
When I get from you all, I have to wait. I'm waiting for inputs from all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Who's that?
Ma'am, Miss Sahana, ma'am, you had said it's the last Friday of the month.
Yes. See, that's all still it's in the planning stage. We will do that completely exclusive story session by children. Okay. So who wants to say the closing prayer? What is
I
the
will
closing
tell.
prayer?
I will tell.
Ma'am, can I say Ishan only?
I will tell.
Ishan, you have done your bit for today. Okay.
Can I tell Purnimaji?
All right. Namit can chant Asatoma Sadgamaya, and Anvi and Aditya can chant Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So please highlight both Namit and Anvi and Aditya, and we can do the closing prayer. All of the rest of us will mute.
Purnimaji, I need to start, right?
Yes, start.
Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead me from darkness to light, from ignorance to wisdom, from mortality to immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Anmi Aditya?
लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु
Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Guru Charanarpanamastu. Very nice. Thank you all so much, and keep